up, guys? Here back for another episode of the Weekly Anime Report. I'm Ashton, your host. This is going to be a new format now that I have a tripod, a nice camera, have my TV behind me with my logo. This is going to be the new setup. Every Monday, from now on, I promise it's not going to be skipped. It's going to be an every Monday thing, the Weekly Anime Report. I'm here to bring you guys news on everything anime in the past week. This is episode, I don't know. I'm not going to go out and say it. I'll have it posted, but I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been doing this. I've been skipping weeks and everything. I know, but now it's finally going to be on a set schedule. So let's just jump right into it. First, I'm going to start off with news, then I'll go into reviews of manga chapters I've read, and I'm sure you guys have read, and my overall thoughts on those things. So, news number one, apparently the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be coming to an anime format fairly soon. I got this off Crunchyroll.com. The article reads, "The following recent X-Men crossover, the Guardians of the Galaxy are the latest," or it says following the recent X-Men crossover, the Guardians of the Galaxy are the latest Marvel Comics superheroes team to be introduced by toy-produced anime series Marvel Disc Wars: The Avengers. Well timed for the September 13th Japanese release of their movie, Peter Quill, Star-Lord, and his band of misfits turn up to defend Earth from Ronin in a 2-episode arc airing September 10th and 17th. So it's already aired. King Ryu will be writing the introduction Guardians of the Galaxy with Tsuyoshi Koga directing Yukihiro Kitona's on animation. This is really hard to pronounce. Fumi Subota writes the follow-up together with the Guardians, with Moroi Hotono directing and Osamu Ishikawa on animation. Hope I pronounced that all right. But I'm sure you guys can go and find this online now since it's been out for a while. But it looks from what the images show, it looks pretty awesome. There's other images showing them teamed up with Iron Man and other people. I don't have those posted on the website, but you can go and find them, I'm sure, if you just type in anime Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't watched it, so I don't have any initial thoughts, but just from looking at the photos, it looks pretty awesome. So I'm going to have to go watch it now that I just read this out loud to myself and realized they came out already. So if you guys are looking for places to watch anime, go to NWAnime.com. It probably does have this on there, and it has a whole bunch of other anime on there too. So make sure to go take a look at that. If you guys haven't seen the actual movie yet, I'm pretty sure Steven and Alyssa on our YouTube channel reviewed it. You guys can go check out their review, and they'll let you know what they think, and you can get a brief overview, but you won't get spoilers. I believe it's still out in theaters because it's still doing really well, so make sure you go and see that. Next, Viz is to reprint the manga series Yu Yu Hakusho. I've talked about Yu Yu Hakusho a lot in previous reports. It's one of my favorite anime mangas of all time. And it's not that big of news that they're reprinting this. It's a pretty big series. It's 19 volumes. The article reads as follows. I got this off Crunchyroll again. Viz has put together plans for helping fans of Yushiro Tokashi's fix now that the Hunter x Hunter series, or Hunter x Hunter anime, is ending and the manga's serialization is being hit by another hiatus. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, why he keeps going on hiatus. He went on hiatus for a few years with the actual manga series, and apparently they're ending the anime prematurely just because, I don't know. It probably costs too much money to keep putting it back into full production, pulling it back out because it's going to catch up with the manga, and then waiting for forever. And then when the manga comes back out, putting it back into full production. They're probably just doing their own kind of ending and letting it end and letting the manga series do whatever it does. Yeah, I actually just figured this out, that guy's the same guy who made Hunter x Hunter. So I'm gonna have to go check out Hunter x Hunter a little bit more now that I realized it's the guy who made Yu Yu Hakusho, because that's obviously one of my favorites, and it's penned very well and written very well, so I'm gonna go check it out. You guys should too. All 19 volumes of Togashi's earlier Shonen Jump hit Yu Yu Hakusho have been reprinted. The series is also available digitally on platforms including their own site app, iBookstore, Kindle, Nook, and Google Play. Viz describes the 1990 series. Yusuke Urameshi was a tough teen delinquent until one selfless act changed his life by ending it. When he died saving a little kid from a speeding car, the afterlife didn't know what to do with him, so it gave him a second chance at life. Now Yusuke is a ghost with a mission, performing good deeds at the behest of Botan, the spirit guide of the dead, and Koenma, her pacifier-sucking boss from the other side. But what strange things await him on the borderline between life and death? Such a great series. If you guys have not read this, go online and read it. There's no excuse. It's totally free to go read this. You can find it online for free. And yeah, if you guys are into collecting manga serializations, go. This is the one to go get. This one and Dragon Ball Z are like the two big ones to go get, in my opinion. But that's just some brief news. That wasn't too big of a news, but it's something I wanted to share because Yu Yu Hakusho holds a special place in my life. So I had to share that with you guys. Next, this is some pretty big news that I've actually talked about before, but it's actually being brought to the forefront now. Attack on Titan Levi prequel OVA preview. There's a video on the article description. I'll have all these article links in the description of the YouTube video. There's a video of a preview for the OVA that's going to be about Levi before he became the Levi that we know in Attack on Titan. It looks pretty good. He actually fights against some of the people that are in his brigade. It's mostly Erwin, it looks like. His higher up, the only higher up to Levi. But it looks pretty good. I can't say too much about it right now because it's only a preview. But I'll make sure to let you guys know when this comes out, and I will link it to the website and to the Facebook page if you guys are subscribed to our Facebook page, which is just NerdSwag. Facebook.com/#NerdSwag. And last for the news is, this isn't really anime news, but it kind of is. I've been really looking forward to playing this game for like the past 6 to 8 years. I can't remember when they announced it, but Final Fantasy 15, which was initially Final Fantasy 13 Versus, and it was supposed to be exclusive to PS3 back when they first announced it, and it's now Final Fantasy 15. It's coming to PS4 and Xbox One, which I don't have either one of those, but when this comes out, definitely gonna have to get one. So the news is Final Fantasy 15 director moving to work on Kingdom Hearts 3. So it's not a big surprise. This director, he works on a lot of the Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy things, and he goes back and forth. So my guess is what has happened is the game is pretty much at the point where it doesn't need his help anymore. They understand his vision. It's already written out. They just need to make the game. And recent reports has came out to say that it's actually 55% done. So it's halfway done. It'll probably be out fall of next year, probably, or maybe even late summer. It'll be at E3 for sure. But that just means that Kingdom Hearts is going to be out even sooner, maybe around the same time as Final Fantasy 15. I don't know if they would actually push out both games at the same time. They probably want to focus on one and then focus on the other. So it'll probably be Final Fantasy 15 first, then Kingdom Hearts probably in the summer, the next summer after that. And also on the website there is a video that was shown at the Tokyo Game Show of this game, and it looks fan-frickin-tastic. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looked amazing on the PS3 when they had it running on PS3. If it was running on PS3, it might have been running on next gen tech and we didn't know it. But this game looks so good. So good. I'm so happy. It has the Kingdom Hearts battle system to where you're running around and you're fighting instead of the turn-based. So that really excites me too. It's like Kingdom Hearts, but like on like a kilo of cocaine. Like It looks so good. So good. And it has the Kingdom Hearts. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm so excited. But yeah, definitely go check out the video if you guys are interested in any gaming type stuff. This one is sure to blow your mind. Alright, now on to the anime and manga portion of the segment. So I don't know if I'm going to keep reviewing Sailor Moon anymore. It's kind of just the same thing every episode. The last episode I saw was the resurrection of Sailor Jupiter, and it was just kind of like all the other episodes. Sailor Jupiter or whoever hasn't turned yet gets caught up by the evil person, and then they come and save her and she turns into her sailor suit, and then they win. It's every episode. Literally, not even over exaggerating. So, unless you guys really want me to review Sailor Moon, I'm just gonna stop. There's really nothing new about it, so I'm gonna still watch it, but I really don't want to be giving you guys a whole bunch of the same information every week. So, now that I got that done, let's start off with Dragon Ball Kai, the new episode. There wasn't a new episode this past Sunday, like yesterday, but there was one the Sunday previous. And to get you guys caught up, pretty much what has happened is Gohan has been taken out of commission. He's not dead, as we all know. He's just knocked unconscious, and he's on the brink of death. The fight of Vegeta and Goku has pretty much ended with Vegeta blindsiding Goku by tricking him. And Vegeta now went to go fight with Majin Buu, only to be defeated because of Majin Buu's power is just too much. But Vegeta has pretty much said that he wanted to sacrifice himself in order to. He doesn't really say it, but he wants to be more like Goku, in a sense. He wouldn't ever say that because his pride is too great, but the reason why he did it is because Goku has always sacrificed himself, thrown his body in to protect his friends, and in a way Vegeta believes that this is why Goku is so strong. So he did this, and he goes to Trunks and gives him a hug, and by the way, Piccolo and Krillin both get revived because of the fact that the world was defeated by Majin Buu. And Trunks knocks over Piccolo's statue and breaks it. But come to find out, I don't even think they said this in the American version back in the day, but as long as Piccolo's head, or was it his torso? I believe he said his head. As long as his head is intact, he can regenerate. So Piccolo is on some cell level stuff. Like, essentially, it's really hard to kill Piccolo. Which doesn't really make much sense, because how could he have died by Nappa from that blast when his body was still intact? I guess it must have he must have used all of his energy in order to try to stay alive to block the beam from Gohan, and he just died of exhaustion, which is understandable. Yeah, I guess he didn't die from Frieza, that beam through his chest. But yeah, that's just crazy to think that if you can cut off Piccolo's head and he won't die. He's like a zombie. I guess Namekians are zombies. But anyways, actually, zombies, if you cut off their head, they still live. So they're like, Namekians are like better than zombies. Anyways, Piccolo, Krillin, Trunks, and Goten are all watching. And Vegeta's getting pummeled. Trunks jumps in, knocks Buu off of his dad. Vegeta gives him a hug, but then stuns or knocks out Trunks and Goten in order to have Piccolo come and pick them up and get him away from Vegeta pretty much self-destructing himself. And it still doesn't work. Piccolo goes back and Majin Buu is reforming, and Piccolo takes off. And then we see Goku wake up. Wakes up, goes to Kami's lookout, meets up with Krillin and Piccolo, and now apparently Goku is going to teach Goten and Trunks the fusion dance. There was a couple episodes that had really good animation, excuse me, but the last episode had some pretty bad animation. You can tell that the graphics and stuff were updated, but like they didn't go in and redraw any of this, so it looks like, you know how in anime series they have different groups that do a different section of episodes. So it looks like the starting of that episode is a different section, and that animation team is pretty bad. But there's really nothing we can do about it. They do make it look a little bit better, but it is what it is. Pretty good episodes. It's like 2 or 3 I haven't reviewed for you guys. I'll have a link to all the episodes in the description. So let's go with now Naruto Shippuden. The latest episodes have shown Obito become the Jinchuriki. If you guys only watch the anime, make sure to stop after this video. You don't have to stop completely, but skim over this because I'm going to be going over the manga, which the manga is toward the end of the series, while this is still in the war. The war is over in the manga, while in the anime series it's still in the midst of the war. So, in the anime, Obito has just become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, pretty much by tricking everybody by thinking that he was doing the reanimation technique to revive Madara, but really it was a totally different hand seal. I guess the hand seal that Nagato used to do the rebirth was like this, and Nagato used one like this. So it's totally different. Naruto recognized it right off the bat, but there was essentially nothing he could do unless he tried to go in and slash him again. I mean, I really don't understand how Minato's slash, when he used his Flying Thunder God technique, didn't kill him. Like, he sliced him wide open. He already had a hole in his chest, and then Minato teleported over to him because apparently the seal for the Flying Thunder God never disappears off somebody over a course of a lifetime. So teleported over to him with one of his clones and then slashed him again, like from his torso up to his face. Like, this guy should have died from that too, but I guess not. And then we see the Ten Tails get absorbed into Obito, and now he is the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And he's, even the first Hokage admitted that Obito is stronger now than he is, which is a pretty big leap in power. Because he tried to use those gates, those big seal gates, to hold down Obito in the Ten Tails form, but since Obito has absorbed the Ten Tails, it's more concentrated and can be used more effectively than the Ten Tails are used, because the Ten Tails is just a wild beast that goes crazy, while Obito can control the power way more proficiently. So he's way stronger than the Ten Tails was, and now he's just like, mass murdering people. And luckily the Hokages are all Edo Tenseis, so they're able to sacrifice themselves in order to find out a way to defeat Obito, find an opening, find how he uses his techniques. So that's what they're doing right now. And at the end of the last episode, we see that Gamakachi, the frog from Naruto, that Naruto summoned, shot a sage water technique at Obito. But the thing is, when Obito blocked it, it didn't totally get dealt with. It was kind of like still hanging around on top of the black spheres that Obito used, and it's kind of dripping off, and it's kind of like doing this weird thing to the spheres. So Naruto sees that, the second Hokage sees that. Sasuke and Minato didn't see it, but Naruto and the second Hokage saw it. So we see Naruto forming a Rasengan while going into Sage mode, and then the second teleports Naruto behind Obito, hits him with a Rasengan, and it actually does damage, shoots him into the ground. The episode ends right there. These episodes have been really well drawn, and like, I think maybe even for the rest of the anime, we might see this team doing this, unless they try to go into another filler, which they might do one more filler, one more small little filler like they did with the Mecha Naruto. But yeah, on to the Naruto manga chapters. So I believe the last time we left off, they had just defeated Kaguya. So just a brief overview. What has happened since is Kaguya was sealed up in the moon, like we all know, but the moon is in a different dimension. So the moon that they see in the real world isn't where Kaguya is. Kaguya is in her own dimension, sealed in the moon, and they got transported out by these Sage of Six Paths. So after that, all the Bijous were like, okay, well, now we can go back into hiding, be on our way, and the sage said that since there is a chunk of each of their chakra inside Naruto, if they ever want to talk, if any of the tail beasts want to talk with each other, they can all meet up inside of Naruto's conscience and have a talk or whatever they want to do. I don't know what tail beasts do. I thought they destroyed stuff, but apparently they like to have tea. So I guess so that happened, and the Sage of Six Paths asks Naruto, so with this fight with Kaguya, has this changed what you have wanted to do with your power? And Naruto says, no. After seeing Kaguya, I realized my mother, Uzumaki Kushina, was a great mother, and I still want to follow on the same path that I was on. Sasuke, however, says he does want to follow on his path, but we never got to see what his path was. And they give us a flashback to show what he had said to the sage when he was on the brink of death, and he said he wanted to start a revolution by pretty much starting the ninja world over again. And that comes to fruition when he says that before they end the infinite Tsukuyomi, he wants to assassinate the 5 Hokage before they're awakened. And Naruto's like, what the hell are you talking about? Same with Kakashi and Sakura. But Naruto has this look of resilience on his face, like he knew that this day was coming. And we kind of got glimpses of it when he was trying to burn the Ten Tails with his Amaterasu, when Naruto and him used the Scorch Style Rensen Shuriken. He said, no, we're going to let the tail beast burn, and they're a problem in our world. We need to get rid of them. So we knew this was, we kind of got hints that this was coming. Even though Sasuke was helping out, he was helping out under his own accord, because if this didn't happen, if they didn't defeat Kaguya and the Ten Tails, then none of his plans would be able to become to reality. So he needed to help them first. So then Sasuke puts the tail beast inside of a Chubako Tensei, inside of their own little mini moons, seals them up, and now it looks like Naruto and Sasuke are going to go fight at the Valley of the End. This is the biggest fight of the series, besides the first Naruto and Sasuke bout. This is what we've all been waiting for, and it's probably going to start in the next 2 chapters, the actual fight. The next chapter we're going to get of a explanation into Sasuke's ideals of what a Hokage really is and what his vision of a Hokage really is. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be great. I'm just really waiting for the fight to actually start. It probably won't even start next week or this week, as in tomorrow or whenever it comes out, maybe Thursday, since they've been holding back on Shonen Jump releases. But we'll see. We'll see how this fight goes. It's going to be a big one. I mean, it's going to be a lot more epic than the last fight, given the fact that their powers are miles and miles and miles above what they were, in their previous fight. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I would review Bleach, but it's so slow right now. Juha Bach is pretty much just up where the Spirit King is, and he's gonna be fighting against that whole regime until Ichigo and Orihime get there, and Chad. That's pretty much all it is. And it moves so slow. Like, maybe I'll give you guys my review of Bleach once a month, because then I'll actually have something to talk about. But Bleach, its pacing is really slow, so it's really going to be hard to give you guys a good overview of that every week. So that's pretty much it for this episode of the Anime Report. If I missed anything, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to Nerd Swag. Until next time, you guys, Peace.